This is Cheesy ASMR, and this is the very first video on my channel right now. And I'm really new to the ASMR community, so any sort of feedback on if I'm doing it right or if it's good and the quality is okay, then just leave me some feedback. And well, the first video is obviously going to be one of my favorites. It is Magic the Gathering. I have two boosters of Magic Origins here, and I am going to be opening these boosters and talking about the cards, reading all the flavor text, and hopefully this will be relaxing. So I guess I'll just get into these packs. Alright, let's get the camera. Okay, that should be good. The first card we have is Aerial Volley. 1 green for an instant. Aerial Volley deals 3 damage divided as you choose among 1, 2, or 3 target creatures with flying. Drakes can swerve to avoid a single arrow, but they can't dodge the whole sky. I apologize if you can hear some background noises. There is laundry being laundered right now, so you might hear that, and I'm very sorry for that, but it's just a situation I have right now, so can't be helped. Up next is the Cobble Brute. 3 and a red for a 5/2 elemental creature. A big body, well, not a big body, but huge attack power. Ravnica's most ancient streets take on a life of their own. A few have decided to move to nicer neighborhoods. Next up is Thornbow Archer. 1 black for a 1/2 elf archer. Whenever Thornbow Archer attacks, each opponent who doesn't control an elf loses 1 life. This is definitely one of the cards I'm putting into my elf deck that I'm building at the moment. It's a great time for an elf deck lover, since Magic Origins just brought some elf creatures. Next we have Fiery Impulse. 1 red for an instant. Fiery Impulse deals 2 damage to target creature, and it has spell mastery. If there are 2 or more instant and or sorcery cards in your graveyard, Fiery Impulse deals 3 damage to that creature instead. And the flavor text reads, well, this got out of hand. That's probably what Chandra would say. That is what she said at the moment, I believe. Next up, Alchemist's Vial. 2 mana for an artifact. When Alchemist's Vial enters the battlefield, draw a card. versatile. Actually, let me adjust the camera a little bit here. Okay, let's keep the booster there. Next up is Vine Snare. 2 and a green for an instant. Prevent all combat damage that would be dealt this turn by creatures with power 4 or less. Nissa found that the vines of the marsh could ensnare just as well as forest vines could, maybe even better. Next up is Send to Sleep. 1 and a blue for an instant. Tap up to 2 target creatures with spell mastery. If there are 2 or more instant and or sorcery cards in your graveyard, those creatures don't untap during their controller's next untap step. Good control. Basic blue. Guardians of Meletis. 3 mana for an 0/6 defender. Goes into your Phoenix Meal deck or one of those other decks that cares about toughness. The histories speak of 2 feuding rulers whose deaths were celebrated and whose monuments symbolize the end of their wars. In truth, they were peaceful lovers, their story lost to the ages. That's pretty cool. We got Stalwart Aven, 2 and a white for a bird soldier creature. A 1/3 with flying and renown. Renown 1. When this creature deals combat damage to a player, if it isn't renowned, put a +1/+1 counter on it and it becomes renowned. A bit similar to Monstrosity since it can't become renowned a second time. Then we have the Fairy Miscreant. 1 blue for a 1/1 Fairy Rogue with flying. And when Fairy Miscreant enters the battlefield, if you control another creature named Fairy Miscreant, draw a card. 1 fairy distracts the judge, while a second steals the law. Another good card for my elf deck. This is the Eye Blight Massacre. 2 black and a black for sorcery. We're into the uncommons now. Non-elf creatures get -2/-2 until end of turn. I've already seen so much evil, so much darkness. Why do you insist on adding more? Nisarivane to Twinen. That's pretty cool. And this one looks like an elf, but it's actually a dryad. The Conclave Naturalists. 4 and a green for a 4/4. With the effect, when Conclave Naturalists enters the battlefield, you may destroy target artifact or enchantment. Your swords and wards have no power here. Then we got Citadel Castellan. 1 green and a white for 2/3 with vigilance and renown 2. So, as you heard before, it's when this creature deals combat damage to a player. If it isn't renowned, put 2 +1/+1 counters on it and it becomes renowned. See, since it's renowned 2, you now get 2 +1/+1 counters. I am the first line of defense. You will not encounter the second. And now we should be getting to our rare. artifact heavy deck. Probably not good enough to be played in eternal formats with artifacts, but it's fun nonetheless, and it's actually pretty flavorful since you have the Thopter's spy network, and whenever they deal combat damage to a player, you draw a card, so you get information, kinda. I always like it when the card is good and it has lore behind it, and it's good flavor-wise also. And then we got a basic plains and a goblin token. Yep. You always need goblin tokens. I have a goblin deck myself, so yep, I definitely need this. Okay, it's been 12 minutes of this video, so I might actually separate this video and the one where I will open the second booster, but I'm gonna try to improve, so I'll just leave this video as it is, and I'll try to better myself for the next booster opening. Excuse me. Yeah, so I'll try to better myself for the second opening. I know the camera must be pretty badly placed. I mean, it's on a tripod and this is kind of a shaky setup I have here, but so if you liked it, you can subscribe to the channel and leave feedback. You can request videos. I mostly do Magic, but I could do ASMR gameplay videos too. But this has been fun. I thank you all for watching, and I'll see you next time. Thank you for watching.